Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Now this will be the part 4 of our series, and in this video we are going to work on our other two posts, which is video post and the image post. And these are two posts that we are going to work on. These two posts only will have files and then descriptions, and our simple post will have content as well as files but not the description. So let's work on these two now. Now before working on other two kind of posts, let's create one more component here. So we can write post creation dialog.tsx, and this will be a common component for creating our post. So what we can do here is let's go in our new post, and here we can copy our dialog here. So let's copy this and then come here and inside that paste. Now let's go to the new post, and what we can do here is you can just grab all this and paste it here, and then remove those that we are not using right now. So we will use these later. Now remove this and now paste that input here, and other than that remove all these lines of code from here. Now let's go back to our post creation component, and first thing that we are going to do is remove this, as we are not going to use that. And now inside our title we can remove this and write title. Okay, and we can also add it at the same time here. Title will be type of string, so it will be a string, and let's pass it here, so it will be title. Now after this let's go to the props, and second prop will be type post, and this will be a type of type post, so we can import it from Prisma client. I think we have imported here, and now let's pass the type post here. So type post, and if the type post is equals to type post dot post, then we are going to have our content area, and the content area is going to need content and the set content. So we can go here and copy that thing from here and paste it here. Now after this we are going to need our functions here, which is handle drop and handle drag over. So let's go here and copy them as well. So we can copy this and paste it just below here. Now this is going to require some states, so the states are set files and set files URLs. So let's copy them as well. Let's copy actually all of this and we can paste here. Now let's import our use session, and now with that we have this is also good. And now let's also copy this function and we can paste it here, and one more function that is left here, which is delete. Okay, so we can paste that here. Now below this we are going to do some things. So first, the X button is only going to be available in the image and the post, type post. So if the type post is not equals to type post dot video, then we are going to show our delete button here. And also we are going to do same with this. So we can copy the conditions from here and we can wrap all of them here. Okay, we can use fragment here to avoid the error. Now after this, let's go below, and here we are going to change some things. So we can change this value. So if the type post is not equals to type post dot video, then we are going to make it true. That means we are allowing the multiple files, otherwise this will be false. After that, this will be same, and now we need to have our create post function. So let's go here and we can copy all our function. Now also we are going to do some changes in our functions. Now two more fields that we are going to pass here, and that will be open dialog, and this will be a type of boolean, and second will be set open dialog, and this will be type of react dot dispatch, and in the angle bracket write react dot set state action, and inside that it will be a type of boolean, and then close this. So we are going to pass these two more props here. Now we need to change in our functions as well, but for now let's go in our new post, and we can simply remove all this, and we are only going to need this for now. Now below this card we can call our post creation dialog component, and here we can pass different things. So we can pass title, and this will be title. Then we can pass type post, and this will be type post, and then we can pass open dialog, and this will be open dialog, and set open dialog, and this will be equals to set open dialog. Now let's make these states here. So first will be our title, set title use state type of string, and then we are going to have type post, set type post use state, type will be type post, After that, let's make one more state here, which is open dialog. Set open dialog is equals to use state. Type will be boolean and initial value will be false. Now let's go to our post creation and we can add type post equals to type post or undefined. Now let's add some more to this component. So below the screen, make one more div and give this a class name, and class name will be flex item center justify between mt4 and px5. Now inside the div we are going to have one more div with a class name of flex item center space x2 opacity 60 text sm cursor pointer and p1 rounded md. Now inside this we are going to have an icon. So icon will be video from Lucid icons, and then we can add span video. We can copy this and paste two more times. Now here it will be book image, and the text will be image. And actually we don't need this. Instead of this we can have a button, and inside that write post. Now let's give this a class name px5. Now after this what we can do is use our on click handle event to open our creation dialog here. So inside our input we can have our on click handler, and this will be an anonymous function. Now what it will do is it will set the title, and the title will be make your post. Okay. Second, it will set the type of post. So set type post will be type post dot post. After that we are going to open our dialog. So let's set open dialog, and this will be true. Now we can copy this, and this will be same for button, as we are going to use this button to open our creation dialog for the post. Now let's paste it here and here as well, and here we are going to change the title to video post. Type will be type post dot video, and same with this. So type will be image post, and type post will be type post dot image. Now let's save, and let's see if it's working or not. So let's open our terminal and start the server, npm run dev, and let's go and open our server here. So now let's test if it's working or not. So if I click on this, the dialog should open. Let's see if it's working or not. It's not working. Let's see what happened here. And we also have to pass the value of open here, which will be open dialog. So let's first pass that here. Open dialog, set open dialog, and then we can pass it here. Let's save and go back to our browser. As you can see, we have our card here. Now if we click on this will not work. So what we need to do here is go to the UI, then dialog, and from here we can remove this. So we can comment this. Now if we go here, you can see that we don't have our cross here. Now instead of this cross, we are going to add our own cross. Now what we can do here is copy this, and let's go here, and we can paste this inside here. And change this to div, and also uncomment this and import this icon. So let's import this, import cross to icon, and also we are going to add on click handler here, and this will change the state of open dialog. So set open dialog to false. Now let's save and go back to our browser. Let's click on this, and now as you can see we have a cross here, and if I click on this, the dialog will close. Let's also make this cursor pointer, so we can write cursor pointer here. And as you can see, when I click on this, make your post and our simple post dialog opens. When I click on this, we have our video post and image post, and when I click on the post, our simple post opens. Now we are going to add some more features in our video and image post, as we are going to provide the user to be able to add description in video as well as in the images. So let's go here, and now inside here, actually I did a mistake here, that we are going to need this delete button in all the cases. So let's remove the conditions here, and also inside the input we are going to add a condition here where I am defining the file type. So if the type post is equals to type post dot image, then we are going to allow only image files. Otherwise we are going to check again the type post. If it's equals to type post dot video, then we are going to only allow videos. Otherwise we are going to allow all files. Okay, and now we can just copy this and paste it in this input as well. And I think there's some problem, so we need to remove this. So we can just write this, as we are already using our condition for video post here, so we do not need to check it here as well. Now after that, let's make one more state here, and that will be for the descriptions which will be used in video post and the image post. So that const description set description, and this will be equals to use state, type will be string array, and inside the parenthesis we can pass new array, files dot length and dot fill with this. Now we are going to use this description here we are going to conditionally render our text area which will contain our descriptions. So let's use fragment here first, and also let's add a condition. If the type post here will be equals to type post dot image, then we are going to have our text area here. So text area, and this text area we are going to install from ZCN. So open, let's go to component and then text area, and let's install it. Now we need to pass few things here. So first the value will be description, and we are going to pass the index here. Now then we are going to have onChange a handler, and it will have a function which will take event e, and inside that we are going to have our updated description. So that const updated description, and this will be equals to array in which we are going to spread our description. Let's close this. Now after we have our updated description, and now we can pass our new value inside the updated description at particular index. So we can write updated description at particular index will be equals to e dot target dot value, and then we are going to set description to the updated description. Now let's also provide some classes here. So class name will be absolute, bottom 0, left 2, right 2, bg transparent, border none, dark bg 700, and then we are going to have a placeholder in which we are going to write enter the description. We are going to copy this and paste it here. Use the fragment here, and instead of type post dot image we are going to have type post dot video. Now let's save and let's go back to our browser, refresh the page. Now if I click on the video, let's add a video here. This video. Now as you can see we have our description here, PG dark red. This should not be red, actually this should be gray 700. Yeah, and as you can see we do not have additional button here to upload new videos, as we are only going to allow only one video in video post. Now if I click on this it will be deleted. Now let's check for the images. So let's use this image, and here as well I need to make this gray. New image, let's add one more image here, and now we have two images here. Second image, and the delete button is also working. And as for the post, this is also working. And if I try to choose a file, as you can see, this is allowing all files. Let's choose this one, and as you can see, we are not getting any kind of description area here. So this is working. Today we are going to work on our functions to create our different kind of post. Now in the handle file change function and in the handle drop function, we are going to do a little bit change. Since we are introducing description here, so we need to align our images with the description. Right now if I go here and try to open the images and upload this image, and write a description that image 1 and upload one more image here. Let's say this one or this one. As you can see, the description is now on this image, not on this one. And to fix that, we need to reverse this order, so we can have our new files after the previous files. Similarly, we can have our new URLs after the previous file URLs. Let's copy this and paste here, and similarly with this. Now let's save and go back here, refresh the page, open images. Now if I open this, let's write image 1. Let's add one more image here, and as you can see, this image does not have a description, and this is a previous image that already have a description here. Okay, let's add image 2 as a description. So these are the two changes that we are going to do here. This will be same and others will be same as well. Now only thing that we are going to change for a different post is in the create post function. Now set loading will be true, so we can add a condition here. If the type post is equals to type post dot video and files is not present, the file URL is not present, then we are going to alert. Inside that we are going to write a message which will be please select a file, and then we are going to return our function here. Similarly, we are going to do the same for images as well. So we can add an OR operator here and write type post is equals to type post dot image, and these two will be inside the parentheses. So if any of these two conditions are true, and if any of these two conditions are true, then we are going to give a alert message here. Let's check it out. So like if I want to submit it, let me refresh it. If I want to submit, I'm not getting alert message here. Let me inspect it. So if I try to submit, you can see that post cannot be created. I'm getting this error, which is good, but I should have the alert message here. So let's look what is wrong here. So let's try to debug it. So what we can do is console our condition. Let's copy this. Right now this is giving us false. So if I open this and try to submit, you can see that this is giving us false, but we do not have any type. but we do not have any kind of files here, so this should be true and this should be true as well. So overall should be true, and we should get a alert here, but we are not getting that. And the reason is we have an empty array here instead of undefined for our files and file URLs. So what we can do here is we can remove this and we can use the length. So if the length is less than 1, and here as well, if the length is less than 1, that means we do not have any kind of files in our file state. This will be true, and this is already true, so this whole condition will be true. Now let's go and check, try to submit. As you can see, we are getting a true here. So let's use this condition instead of this. Copy this and paste it here, remove this, and also after alert we are going to set is loading to false, otherwise the spinner will continue to spin. Now let's save and let's test it out. If I click on submit, we'll get an alert here. Let's check for the images, and as you can see, we are getting an alert, please select a file. So for the videos and the images, the file are mandatory, but for post this is not mandatory. So if I click on this, let's go first here and comment this out. Now let's try to submit, and when I submit, as you can see, I'm not getting any kind of error or alert here. If I uncomment this and let's write something, and if I try to submit, you can see that we are able to make a simple post without a file here. We have our data and everything, but we do not have our file here. So that means our condition is working for all 3 posts. So below this condition we have our result array, and here we are uploading our files, and I think we do not need to do anything here, as we are going to map over the files and we are going to upload our files using the Cloudinary. So we do not need to change here anything. So now we have condition here, which is the previous condition. We are going to change it a little bit. So we can remove this and we can write a condition that if the type post is equals to type post dot post, and the content is not available, then we are going to return our function. Again, we are going to add one more condition here. If the type post is equals to type post dot video or the type post of our post is equals to type post dot image, then what we can do here, let's wrap this in parentheses, and so if any of these 2 conditions are true, we are going to check for the result array. So if the result array is not available, we are going to return our function. You can also add some messages here, but I'm just going to return our function. And let's also, for testing purposes, let's add a console here, and we can write return the function for video and image post. We can copy this and paste it here and change this to post. Now let's go and check these 2 conditions as well. So we have our post here first. I'm going to remove this and try to submit. So this is not working. Let's go and also console our content here. So we can console our content here, and also let's console this condition as well. Okay, let's close this, open this again, and let's remove this, submit. And as you can see, we have a p tag here, and because of that we are getting false. So what we can do here is, so now what we can do here, we can change the condition to like this: if content is equals to string, and inside that we can have our p tag. So if our content is equals to p tag, this should be true. Let's check it. As you can see, we are getting true here now. So, and if I try to write something here, then submit, as you can see, we are getting false here. So now we can add this particular condition here, and if you want to, you can wrap it inside a parenthesis. Let's remove this, and also one more thing, that we are going to set is loading to false, and here as well set is loading to false. Now let's save and go back here, remove this. Now if I submit, as you can see, we are still posting to our API here. Let's go, and so if the type post is post and the content is yes, sorry, we need to remove this. Now if I submit, as you can see, return the function for the post, we are getting this console, which means this condition is working. You can also add alert here and write content is required. Let's also add alert here as well. If you don't want alert, you can add a custom message here, like toast that we are using here. I'm just using alert for now. So we can add alert that please upload a file. Okay, actually, so this way we are actually validating our video and image post 2 times, first here and second here, but we are changing the condition a little bit. Now let's save. This condition is working. Let's go for the videos. If I try to submit, you can see we are getting please select a file, and let's add a video here. And what we can do is, if, and let's comment this, we are getting an error. Let's add anything for now. So now if I will not be uploading our files, and the result array will be empty. So if I click on this, we are posting to our API. That means this condition is not working. So we can do the same work as we did above condition, that the result array dot length, if it's below 1, then this condition will be true. We want to be at least one file in our result array. Now let's remove this, click on submit, and as you can see, we are getting an alert and the console. So now we can uncomment this and also remove our type here. So now these two conditions are working. So now let's talk about tags. And as you can see here, we are getting our tags from content, and this will be for type post is equals to post. But for our video and images, we are going to get our tags from the description. So what we can do here is we are going to let tags is equals to empty array, and then we can add our conditions here. So we can add condition if the type post is equals to type post dot post, then we are going to have our text is equals to content dot match, and this regex. Now this is giving an error, so to fix that error we can have const match, and then we can pass our match in the tags, and this is any type. We can write that as string, and this will be array string. Okay, now let's pass this match inside our tags. So we can write tags is equals to, if match is available, we can make it equal to tags, otherwise we can have an empty array here. Similarly, else if the type post is equals to video dot image, or type post is equals to type post dot video, then what we are going to do is we are going to do the same here, but instead of content we are going to have our description here. Now since the description is array of string, we have to map it over. So we can map that description, and then we can match the description using this regex. So description, and then paste it here, and after that we are going to filter our matches, because in some cases we are going to get null. So we can write match dot flag dot filter, and the condition will be, we can write mat should not be equals to a null value and as string of array. Okay, so this way we are going to get our tags from all the descriptions from images or the videos, and after that we are going to work on our try and catch block. Now in the try and catch block, we are going to add this condition if type post is equals to type post dot post, then we are going to have this response, and we can remove this, and else if the type post is equals to these two, we are going to have different response here. So we can write const response is equals to await axis dot post, and the API endpoint will be same, but the data will be different. So we are going to have files. And we are going to map over the result array, because we want the files inside the result array to be mapped along the description, so that we can have same description with the same file. So we can write result array dot map, Then inside that we can have result and also index. Now inside that we are first going to spread our result. Then we are going to add description field inside our object, and this will be equals to description and then index. So we will have our files with description, URL and the file type. Now along with the files we are going to have our tags. So tags will be tags. Then we can have our type post, and that's it. Here we are passing content additionally, but here we are passing description inside our files. So this will be fine, and this is what we are looking for. Let's also console our responses here so that we can see in our web dev tool, and I think that's it. And now let's go to our API, post, create post. And as you can see here, first we are checking our session, then the user. So from the body we are getting content, files, type post and tags here. After that we are checking the user, and now here we are passing content as a data, author ID, tags, and in the type we are directly passing the post right now, but we can pass our type post, and we can also define its type, so we can write as type post. And now we have our images and the videos. Now along with the URL and the file type we also have description, so we can write description, which is type of string, and then pass it here, description, and this will be equal to file dot description, and we can do same for this. And I think other than that everything should be same. And now let's save, and we are going to test all three kind of post here. So now first I'm going to add a simple post, so we can have a simple post testing 1. Let's add this image and this video. So we have an image and a video, and let's also add we can add simple post. Submit. We have our please wait loading button. Successfully uploaded all files, and now we have our data over here. As you can see, in the data we have our tag and other things. Okay, right now let's also open our Prisma Studio, so that npx Prisma Studio, and let's go to our post section. As you can see, we have our simple post here, simple post, one image and one video. So this is working. Now let's test our video post. So open the video, let's add this video and add a tag. We are only allowed to add one video in our video post. Add a description, let's add a tag video post, and then video post. Let's submit. Now we have our spinner here, and as you can see we are getting our data here. That means we have successfully created our post here. We have post and then the tag type is the video, author ID and other things. Let's open our Prisma Studio. As you can see, we have a new post which is type video. Content is null, and we have 0 images on one and 1 video. And if I open this, you can see that we have our URL, description, post ID, and we have our tag over here. So this is working as well. Now let's test our image post. So we can have multiple images here. I'm going to choose these 3. We can add image 1 and hashtag image 1. Then let's go to second, image 2, hashtag image 2, copy, and then let's go to the third, image 3, hashtag image 3. Now let's submit. So we have successfully created this post as well. We have status code 201, that means we have created our post. We have our data, tags over here. Let's go to Prisma Studio. And as you can see here, we have one more post here, type image, content null. We have our tags here, and we have 3 images, 0 video. These are the 3 images with the URL, description, and the post ID. So with that, we have completed our post creation. Let's go to the post creation. Now one thing that in this function is not working is router.refresh, and after searching here, I get this answer that the router.refresh is meant for the server render component. It will not work on the client facing component. So instead of that, we can do window.location.reload. So this will reload our page. You can also do one more thing, that we can set open dialog to false, and after that we can empty all the states here. So we can do set description to empty array, then set content to simple a p tag, and also we can do set files to empty array, set file URLs to empty array. So we can do this as well, or we can simply reload our page after we create our post. You can do any of these two. I'm going with the window.location.reload. So now let's go here and check if it's working or not. And as you can see, our page got reloaded here after we successfully created our post. So with that, we are done with our post creation for all 3 kind of post. Now in the next video, I'm going to work on the rendering, and we are going to work on the home page first, in which I'm going to render a simple post. After that, we are going to work on the video and image post rendering.